a showy state, Idaho.
It's basically a farm state, but we do have Boise State University, and they've become really popular lately. And
I had a friend who lived in Boise.
For years, back in the '90s, Boise was listed as the top 5 city to live in, and everybody's going, no, don't put that in. Don't put that on the internet because then everybody will be moving
We
here.
got bombarded with New Yorkers and Californians.
New York?
Oh my goodness. My mom's neighbor's from New York, and she is like, how you would think of them, that's how she is.
But see, what's funny is once they visit out there and they say, my gosh, it's like so laid back.
Mm-hmm. Too laid back for
Well,
New York.
her parents live on a golf course out on a suburb of Boise.
On a cul-de-sac,
they got a 2-acre lot, 2 acres. They live on a lot on a golf course.
Boy, I love that.
And I mean, we sit out on the patio at night and you can't even hear anybody. And there's, it's surrounded by mountains and everything. And it's just
That's real nice.
But they come down here all the time. They have a membership to that Walmart next door.
If things get crazy again, I will sell my house, and if they die, I will buy a condo, sell my house, and I will move, have her do high school somewhere else.
Very good.
You know, because I was walking the strip with my 15-year-old, one of my daughters from China, and a guy came up and he said, "Is that your daughter?" And I said, "Yes." And he says, "For $60, I will give her a driver's license with her picture on it, and you can take her into any club you want." And I said, "That's good to know. That's good to know." I really did not want to move back. And so when she went to college, I did want to move back. I hired in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Used to live up in Evergreen.
What's a big town close to that?
To what?
To where you were at?
Our daughter lived
in Green.
Loveland.
North of Denver.
That's a good get outside of.
She just moved back like 2 months ago.
She loved. In fact, she was born in Idaho, but she said, "You know what? If I had to live anywhere other than Idaho, it'd be Colorado."
Why?
She just loved it.
Yeah, but there has to be a
But
reason.
she's 21, and all her friends are party animals. There's legal marijuana in Colorado. She goes, "Dad, there was a bakery down the street, and I could go in there and buy a brownie for $11 that was full of marijuana. We could cut it up and give it to all my friends. We'd all have a bite. We're high for the next 12 hours." I'm like, okay. So, next.
The ugliest and the oldest of homes are going for $350,000 because of people.
Yeah, Colorado's.
It helped my husband's back. It helped his neuropathy. But after a certain point, to be high all the time, he started to faint.
And you know,
that has to be watched.
And I talked to my daughter about it, and she said, "You know what?" Since she's been back to Idaho and she's been away for a while. She goes, "Yeah." She goes, "You know what? When you have it around here all the time," she goes, "you don't realize how stupid you're getting."
That's right.
And I said, "Well, babe," I said, "marijuana is a drug," and I said, "You can't do it every day or every couple of days
or
a
you
week."
need more to feel high.
It's just like anything else. I mean, you're gonna end up building resistance to it, and then you're gonna be stupid all the time. Plus, not to mention the fact that the side effects of THC, the drug in marijuana, is basically having the munchies and having no motivation to do anything.
It's good for a cancer patient.
No, it is good for that, and I heard it's good for glaucoma.
Ruins the cancer.
Yeah.
For what?
Glaucoma.
For glaucoma.
Yeah, that used to be why a lot of people got prescription marijuana was because they had glaucoma.
I went to court right after it became legal for a dispensary because the yuppies in Highlands Ranch didn't want it sold in Highlands Ranch. So I went with a distributor and spoke out in court that my husband uses it, and a cancer victim who went to that dispensary got up and said that it helped him greatly. Please don't shut down the only, because I can't get to a further dispensary. They shut them. They let the township then make the decision.
See, I'm split on that because there's people that need it, like your husband, and then there's people that abuse it.
Recreation.
Well, with everything, liquor.
I know. So that's, I wish they wouldn't have made it legal. They should have still made it prescription legal. So, you know what I mean? So, and they give everybody
I
access.
think it all should be legal.
So,
You know, and if you want to do drugs to the point that you
It's
kill
just like
someone, you're
alcohol.
gonna go
If you want to be
jail.
stupid all the time, go for it.
Because legal or illegal, they're going to be doing it.
Yeah.
And Colorado has always been
Somebody done set something on fire.
a party state, especially up in Boulder. The snowboarding, the skiing, the getting high. The hippies that are there, the hippies that are in Oregon.
Oregon, oh my
We were
God.
thinking of going out there, and oh gosh.
That's the most liberal, crazy state.
Yes, it is crazy.
Hey, we were out there one time in our motorhome, and I pulled a car behind my motorhome, and my kids were little, and we hadn't been married that long, and we were just out there sightseeing, and we were in this park with all these trees. It was just beautiful. I said, I want to get out and take some pictures. So we got out, we were walking over, and we were taking pictures, stuff like that, and this woman came up to me. It was a woman about my height in overalls, looked like she was going to kick my butt. She walked up and she goes, I noticed you got a green ribbon on the antenna of your car there.
oh, I remember
She goes,
that.
what's that stand for? She goes, are you for logging or against logging?
You're kidding.
Yeah, and I
She
go,
was ready to fight you.
yeah, she was going to jack me up, and I go, wait a minute. I
What
go,
was it for?
it was
So
so
we
I
could-
could see my car out of the mirror of my motorhome,
When
so
we
I knew it
turned
was still
corners
there.
and stuff, so we
Did you tell her?
That's what I told her. I said, she goes, what's that green ribbon on your antenna for? And I said, so I can see it out of the mirror of my motorhome to make sure I don't lose my car.
we just happened to have.
And then she
green
backed down.
ribbon.
She goes,
Oh, okay.
And then
Yeah,
walked off.
I know. It was
And I told my
weird,
wife, I go,
remember
man, if
that.
I'd have said I was for or against either one, she looked like she was fixing to kick my butt. And I
And
said,
she may have been.
yeah, I don't think my wife would have had my back. She'd have probably took off running.
I was in Walmart and the two women were going at it. And
Here,
yeah, several people got real upset because the one called the other the C word and loud. And you know, you're sat out of the aisle. You're just standing there.
see,
And she says, "Have you looked at yourself?" And
Oh, so she just.
they were going at it. And everybody in the aisle was all upset, and security was.
see, that's the
called.
problem with this city. Whenever you've got
Walmart.
See, when we lived here in the '90s, like when there was only about 1 million people here.
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
you
it's
didn't
grown
have
a
Sutherland.
million like
You
now.
didn't have Lake Las Vegas.
You didn't have all that.
Oh, look at that.
But see, back when we moved here in '98, there was 1.25 million. Now, today, there's 2.25 million. There's an extra
2.2.
million people. And most of the million that I've seen since I've been back are jerks.
Aggressive. Yeah.
Oh my
aggressive.
gosh.
Well, my daughter, my 36-year-old, used to work for Pop Radio, and then when the dive took place, they let go the last hired, so she was let go. She said there are no good jobs here, Mom. Only $9-10 an hour jobs.
That's why he's working here, because that's the same as Idaho. You can find $10.
Yeah,
jobs
Idaho's got a lot.
anywhere.
Idaho's
Yeah.
a laid-back town, and there's not a lot of high-paying jobs. That's why I stay here, because the company I work for pays really well.
Mhm.
That, and I only have to work another 4 years, and I can retire.
Well, that's nice. Do you have to go out and ask the machine?
Oh, no.
What
We
do you
build
do?
we build the slot machines for the big suppliers that sell them to the machines. The company I work for is based in Hong Kong, so it's all built in China.
Hi, you
Missed a whole bunch of them. Oh, see that? You want to get in front of us? You can get up there. We're probably
Just
blocking
don't
your
get too
view.
close to the curb. Some idiots around here.
Oh, it's starting to slow down.
course, if you wave at the limos when they go by, they stop and want to give you a ride.
Yeah, don't wave at us.
I can't believe how many are going on back over there. Oh, must have been a false alarm. We're back. Oh yeah, there was just a smoke bomb my son let off. Sorry. And there's one way.
Here we go. Look at that.
I can say.
So I can see something. Look. See the ones over there, the leaf sitting up right now, see the red over to the way over to the right.
I see.
See it? Yeah. This, I
Oh,
think,
there's a red one.
yeah. It's just about done. There's 15 more minutes to be done. Manly Bay's next. I think that's the end of it.
Oh,
Okay.
that's planned, Sabrina.
I also can't believe how many fireworks I'm seeing go off out there. I don't know who that is setting them off, but they're setting off a lot of fireworks out there.
I figured it was all out there unless it's just homes.
Sure, I was up
A
in
home doesn't set off.
I'm doing sparklers.
I was
behind
up
you.
in it, living up in Evergreen, and I dropped my kids off at school one day, and I headed back to my house, and I stopped dead in the street. There was my frisbee bed, and I thought, I will never walk my dogs up here again. I was so lost. And we moved down from there, and about 10 years later, there's an article in Young Yup family lives up there. And the mom is out there jogging, and a bobcat climbed down from the tree.
I know. We have to look out for that in Idaho. There's mountain lions, bobcats.
Hey, I just
You know
saw a
where
thing
you're
on.
Exactly.
I just saw a thing on Colorado on the Weather Channel, and this guy had his house, and he had a big tomcat, their family cat, was sitting up at the window, and this freaking mountain lion came across the pool area. And came up to the window and stood up at the window and was putting his paw up there in the window, and
Wanting
it
to see
showed
the kid.
it showed the tomcat. He just went. And all this, his hair flared out. He's like, what the heck? This guy's like 100 times bigger than me. I mean, that mountain lion was probably, oh my gosh.
Saw it in the window.
Huge. And then the mountain lion just kind of turned around and walked off. And I was like, my gosh, it's in this guy's backyard. I mean, that mountain lion's big enough to where he can take down a human easy.
My dogs were out there barking and I go to the window and there's a baby
Lion.
coyote jumping up and down, wanting to play with them, and the mother's coming across the field just to smash the baby.
I
Get the food.
Yes.
So it's like I stopped to get mail. I stopped to get mail, and a huge fox the size of a medium to big dog.
Like a German Shepherd, maybe.
Yes. Was jumping in the bushes by the mailboxes. They're all lined up. Jumping in there after I thought a rabbit maybe, and I got out and I, clapped.
Right, like you would, so they snap around.
Yeah, and the fox jumped back, and I looked, and I never seen, like you said, a cat with the fur all standing on end. Even the head
Oh,
fur
yeah.
They do.
scared to
Yeah.
death, and when it saw me, I said, go home, and I'm clapping my hands. That cat jumped out of the bush, and it was gone.
That would have been a bad one.
Yep.
Oh, that that mountain lion would have taken that kitty cat. Had him for dinner.
It sure would have, and it could have gotten through the window too. All they need